everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to, I am going to bring you the update for my pan, THOSE eyeshadow project pan. This is my favorite by far project pan that I'm working on, and yeah, I've been very successful. So this project was created by Alexi, and I will leave her information to her channel below. But it's basically a project pan where you randomize 5 different shades, or people are choosing to have more or and less, but I have 5 shades, and the goal is to hit pan or to use the shade 25 times. I have some specific rules concerning pressed glitters and black shades, but if we come to that, I will explain that later. But before we jump into my update, if you're new here, hello, my name is Helena, and on this channel I love to do project panning because I love to use the makeup that I already own. I occasionally do new tryouts as well, and I have a lot of makeup coming into my stash, so I hope that I will be able to film a lot of videos testing out new things. But if you like project panning content and, you know, just makeup content in general, then please consider subscribing and say hi in the comments, let me know that you're here, and yeah, let's jump into this video. So if you wonder what's on my eyes, I did a palette bingo using the new Pat McGrath Mothership Mega, is this called? Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana palette. So I did a palette bingo, and I got the most cohesive color story that I could possibly get. But yeah, this one recently got into my stash, and I tested it for the first time, so it was a first impression palette bingo. I don't know if that video will be up before this one, but keep an eye out for that, and if it's already on my channel, I will link it down below. But yeah, loved using this new palette, and the other info about what I'm wearing will also be down below. So this is the color story that we have been working with. It's very neutral. Didn't really get that different from the update before. If you want to see this project, I will have the updates also linked down below. But let's start with the shade up top, which has been in the longest, and this one is the shade Dude No Way from my Lurella and Must Be Cindy palette. This one has been in for 2 updates, so this is the 3rd month, and last update I had used it, I think I had used it, I can't even remember, I had like 5 uses left or something. So yeah, it's just this basic brown shade. It's been very easy to incorporate for work and so on, and didn't struggle with it at all. And I have used it the additional few times. So this is what the shade is looking like now. So there isn't a pan, but you can see that there is a seasonable dip. I did actually use it 2 more times, so I have used it 27 times, not 25. But yeah, I decided that it's just a basic brown. I don't have to force myself to hit pan on that or anything. So this palette is now going to roll out. It's been really fun to have it out to play with. Yeah, it's just a fun, colorful palette, and why then did I get this shade? We do not know. That's just, I guess, my luck. The next shade is this yellow, and that one is ironic because I rolled it in last time, and it was from my Certifeye palette, the Tropical Wonders, and this one was in the rotation before, but then it was a different shade, and it was more of a mustard yellow, and I got to roll that one out, and when I re-rolled, I got the same palette, and this is so fucking annoying because I have over 2,000 different eyeshadows eligible in my collection, and I got the same palettes like twice in a row, but just different shades. So this is the shade Sunray, and I have used this shade 15 times as of now, and it already had like a dip, but as you can see, the dip is quite prominent now. This was the shade that was rolled in before that, the shade Dusk. So I have been utilizing this a lot in my inner corner. I've been mixing the white in to make it more pastel and have it on the inner corner. So that is why I have been able to like get a bigger dip on Sunray than I have on Dusk, because I didn't use Dusk in that way. So I don't know how deep these pans are, but maybe I will be able to hit pan before 25 uses if I continue to use like a small brush and use it on the inner corner of my eye. We shall see. But yeah, this one will stay in for another month. Then we have the like this gold shade down there. It's like a shimmer shade, which comes from my Cult Candy Heavenly Urchins palette, and this was good to be rolled in because I was not impressed at all by Cult Candy's eyeshadows, and I wanted to try and see if I maybe should declutter them. And I have only used this shade 4 times I mean. But I am going to declutter this palette because my eyes burned when I used this. Like, they were seriously on fire. The first time I used it, I had to take off my eyeshadow and put on again because I couldn't stop crying. And I tried like using this with other shades then, because I didn't know if it was just the brush or the like a different shade. No, but no, this shade burnt my eyes, so I'm not going to fuck around with this palette. This is going to go to not the heavens, it's going to hell and burn for eternity for causing me such troubles. Yeah, so I haven't used it 25 times, but I am going to roll in a different shade, and this one is going bye-bye. No more of you.
You look super cute, but inside you're garbage.
Then we have this like dark red shade down here, which comes from my Docolor Reality palette. It's a small little like gemstone palette, and I am a bit sick of these types of shades, but I guess I have a lot of them in my stash because otherwise I wouldn't have them in so frequently. As frequently as they are rolled in, I mean. So this is what the palette looks like, and I have used this shade 13 times. It's so pigmented. It's just like no joke, and there's barely any kick up when I use it. So 13 uses, and yeah, this is what the pan looks like. So I will probably not be able to hit pan after 25 uses because it's just so pigmented. Okay, so my memory card got full. I had to remove some stuff that was on there. Yeah. So 13 uses, no pan in sight. I will keep at it, but probably 25 uses and then this will roll out. And that brings us to this final shade, and this shade, I don't even know if the camera will pick up how freaking beautiful this shade is. I would call it a multichrome because it's pink, it's grey, it's green, it's like gold from some angles. This shade is called Change and it's from my very fitting palette Fall Magic from Unearthly Cosmetics. This one was rolled in randomly. I did not cheat. I got the Fall Magic palette in fall. So yeah, this shade is called Change, and it is so fantastically beautiful. I think this might be one of my favorite shades in my entire collection. And that is why I love this project, because I didn't know that that shade was hidden here. I knew because I had used like the palette, but I had probably forgotten. So it's been so amazing to work on this shade, and I have used it 11 times. I have felt like, you know, I want to savor the moments that I get to use this a bit. This is what we are looking like now. So as you can see, this looks like pink in pan. Let's see if I can show the flip. Maybe, yeah, you see like there it turns a bit more green in the mirror, maybe. There's no pan, but I am so happy to continue working on this because it's seriously so amazing. Like these 3 shades here, Change and Autumn and Leaves, they are so beautiful. It's crazy. I've been really enjoying having this in my project. Can't wait to put this on my eyes again and again and again, and yeah, it's lovely. So that will still remain. We are then going to roll out 2 of my palettes that Do No Way I've used 25 times, and this one will be decluttered. So we are going to randomize 2 shades. This is the most fun part. Let me get my phone and we shall start the randomization. Oh, now it randomized just when I open my phone, so ignore the number on there. I have numbers 1 to 2127 to choose from, so I decluttered some but I gained some. Yeah, let's start. We get number 1214 and then we get number 630. Let me look up those numbers and get those palettes. I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have my eyeshadows, but I have to re-roll one of them, and I will tell you a bit why. So, number 1214 comes from my Oden's Eye Saga of Freya palette. This is chapter 2, Cat with Golden Carriage, Cat's Breath palette. I don't know which name is their like official name, but it's the chapter 2 one. So this is the color story, and I enrolled the shade Cat Star, and that one is this shade. So it's like this text, like marbled or multicolored shade, and that one will be totally a-okay. This is what we are looking like, and feels like maybe, yeah, it's not, it doesn't have any like a base, so maybe this is more of a topper shade. That is fine. So this is the color story. That is the shade Cat Star. So it's like a icy blue silver shade. Then I rolled in the shade 630, and unfortunately that is from my Berlin 89 from Lethal Cosmetics, but it's this shade. And yeah, I'm not doing that shade. Yeah, no, I'm gonna re-roll entirely because I have another red there and a black, so I'm not gonna take my chances. Let's re-roll for a different shade. So we are having 1449 instead. Okay, 1449 comes from my September Rose Slush palette, and it is the shade Raspberry, so it should be a pink one. No, it's not a pink one. Oh, such a surprise. It's this purple one up here, and we can work with that. Let me swatch out that shade as well. So this is the shade Raspberry. It's more of like the pastel leaning purple, which I feel like we can work with. I think it will work well with the shade called Change there. Maybe I can use it on the inner corner. I've been enjoying that quite a lot recently. So yes, this is the new color story that we're working with. I feel excited. I want to get these out. Hopefully we can have a pan maybe in Change as well, because I just would love to see some love on that palette. But yeah, let me know what you think about this color story, and are you doing this project? How is it going for you? And yeah, other than that, let's I will see you in my next video, hopefully. Bye guys!